not gonna lie, chat, I got a little college crush now. I'm not gonna lie. And y'all have been telling me to watch these videos because y'all say I need help with Huz. But I don't need help with Huz. But I got a college crush now. I think I'm gonna watch another one of these videos just to get some tips on how I should approach my college crush, and maybe I'll use them on her in another video and see if they really work. This is probably gonna be the last one of these I watch for a while because I don't need help with the Huz. So stop recommending this video. This is probably gonna be the last one I do. But let's get into it. She will think of you non-stop after doing these things. Alright, let's see it. Let's see it.
2 doors. To get inside, you need 2 keys. In this video, I'll give you those keys. The first door is uncertainty. This uncertainty was one of the most challenging
Keep her on her
things
toes. You
I
gotta be
faced
kind of
when I was
nonchalant
learning
with
about
it.
women's psychology.
See, I already
It
knew
took me
this. I already knew this. Y'all keep recommending this. I already knew this stuff.
time to master this secret because women are very perceptive. And
Facts.
if you don't know how to play by their rules, they will outsmart you and take away your certainty.
They will.
But don't worry, today
They
in this
will.
video,
You gotta understand, women are emotionally smart. Like, it may not seem like it, but they are.
this game to
That's
you
where
in a
us
simple,
guys
fun
have a
way.
disadvantage.
You'll understand it well with me. Uncertainty means that the girl shouldn't fully understand your feelings.
Right.
Scientifically, women are attracted to men whose emotions are somewhat mysterious, which gives them uncertainty.
You got that mysterious dreadhead in me. Shit.
Certainty leads to thinking, and thinking leads to love. So how do you do this?
Right.
The first thing a woman does when talking to you is to look for certainty. That's her primary goal. There's a scientific theory.
Bro, they want
called the
all that. They want to be. They just want the attention. Like, if they're certain you're in there, if they're certain you're interested, then you're not going to stick out.
Induction
It's
theory,
just-
which
it's just
states
common
that people
sense.
interact because they want to reduce uncertainty. This means that certainty plays a big role in the interaction between 2 people, but this theory applies to getting to know others in general, not necessarily in a romantic context. So I'll save a deeper discussion on this theory for another video in the social skills series.
Okay.
For now,
In KCD2,
Man, this guy's a
whatever
fucking
you
ad
do
every
is
fucking 30
heavy.
seconds.
Now, please don't interrupt me. Let me explain the impact of this theory specifically in a situation.
Alright, let's
where
get
you're
into
talking
it.
to
Let's
a
get
girl
into it.
you like. A woman likes to know the answers to 3 questions. Do you really want her? How much are you interested in
Yup.
her? Who likes the other more? Does she like you more than you like her, or the other way around? The moment you start talking to a girl, her subconscious wants to know the answers to these 3 questions. If you don't give her the answers, she becomes yours. So
She's
remember,
gonna
she'll want to know these answers.
be on her
and
toes.
Keep playing games with you to find them out.
She's gonna
Don't
wanna
worry,
come back.
I'll show you how not to give
She's
her
gonna
the
want to
answers.
chase that
First,
certainty.
don't compliment her. Look, you need to understand something. If a woman is attractive,
Hold up.
her ego is likely very high, especially with social
He said, "Don't compliment her." I don't know about that one. But let's hear him out.
and
Let's hear him out.
dating apps.
Let's
She
hear him
could be
out.
5 feet tall, weigh 180
What the fuck? Is that a fucking torta? Shit.
and have a square-shaped body, yet act like she's
Chat, y'all
goddess
getting
of
on the
beauty.
tortas or
You
not?
could go up to her just to ask for the time, and she'd immediately assume you're interested in her. Anyway, ego is a big topic, and if you're interested, I could make a video in
torta
the How
don't
to
need to
Attract
have
Women
fucking ego.
series about breaking her ego. Just let me know in the comments. But the main point here is that when you talk to her, especially if she's attractive, she'll immediately assume that you want her. Now, it's not a problem if she knows you're interested,
Okay.
but what she shouldn't know is whether you actually want her. So, the first rule
You
is
don't.
compliment
Can't let her know that. You
especially
don't
during
want
the
her.
early
You don't.
stages of getting to know her and attracting her. At the same time, don't start insulting her either. Just
Facts.
talk normally without giving compliments like you're beautiful, you have amazing hair, your eyes are gorgeous, and so on. These are things I often see men do, and I used to do them too. Please avoid this, and if you feel the urge to say them, remember this advice and stop yourself. Second, don't ask for a date. Let's say you 2 went out, talked,
Bro, if
and
y'all
had a
go
good time.
out-
Don't say we should go out again,
Hold up,
or
let's see what he
after
says.
the meeting say, wow, I had a great time. We should do this
Bro,
again.
afterwards, what you gotta do is you just gotta you gotta chill for a little bit. You gotta slow down. Like, take in what just happened. Go home that night and just chill. Just chill that night. Just like, shit, just think about what happened.
See,
Don't
a
go
lot of
straight
people
texting
doing
her.
this,
Don't go.
wanting to show the girl.
It's gonna
that
make it
they
look like you
enjoyed
got
the date,
nothing
but
else
when
in
you
your life
do
going
this,
on.
You're giving her certainty. When she goes home and thinks about you, she'll say to herself, I went out with that guy, he enjoyed it, and he wants to go out again. And that's where the intrigue ends. She won't think about you much afterward. However, if you don't say anything, if you just go out, meet, talk, laugh, and then leave without mentioning a next time, when she gets home, she'll keep wondering, did he enjoy it? Does he want to see me again?
Facts.
She'll start analyzing the meeting, reflecting on what she did, and
Chat, this is what I do.
wondering
I be doing this. I'm getting hus with this. This how
if
I
she
do.
made a good impression or if she made any mistakes.
I don't know who this
thought
guy is,
process is crucial for sparking interest. Or let's say you've just started talking and you send her a message saying, let's go out. I've addressed
Okay.
this in a previous video about texting. In the beginning, never ask for a date. Third, don't ask her for anything. When I say don't ask her for anything, I mean don't request anything that shows you need her or her affection. For
Right.
example, if you're talking to her, don't
You
ask
don't need
for her
it.
Insta
You don't need it. You want it, but you don't need it. You don't need it.
or social
you gotta
media
get that
accounts.
through your
Don't
head.
ask her
Her
for
head.
a hug or a kiss.
Yours
Don't
and
ask
her
her to
head.
call you. I see many guys doing this. They send her messages
don't need it,
like,
but you-
why don't you
you
reply
want
to
it.
me? Or why don't you call and check on me? As if she were their mother. Live your life and make her feel like she's just a minor character in it. And don't ask her for anything
like she's
so
a side
you don't
character
come
right now.
across
She's
as
a side
needy for
character
her
right now.
affection. And let me repeat.
And then once y'all get going, then like she slowly, gradually plays a bigger role. Start giving her the big role from the start. She's a side character at first.
ego might be high, and all these guys talking to her constantly seek her approval and affection. When you don't ask for anything, you begin to stand out as someone unique, and you make her start asking herself questions like, who is this guy? Does he not like me? Doesn't he want me? And if
Exactly.
he doesn't want me, why does he keep talking to me? At this point, she starts to question herself and think about you, which keeps you on her mind as she wonders,
The last
where
one's
did this
heavy.
guy come from? Doesn't he see how attractive I am?
She's
What's
gonna- she's
going
gonna
on
really
in
be
his head?
confused, the last
These
one.
questions and this curiosity make her want answers, making her want to meet with you more, to learn more about you. In this way, you've built strong attraction without her even realizing it. One small note, don't be overly cold or completely indifferent, because then you'll just give her a clear no answer to her questions, giving her the certainty she's after. So, be smart. Fourth, don't always be available. This is a point I've
that's what I was
discussed
saying
many
earlier.
times in this.
You're gonna look like you're not doing nothing in your life. She's gonna be like, bro, this guy is a fucking bum, and then you're just gonna look like a loser. If you're constantly texting her, responding within 1 second, bro, you're gonna look like a
And
fucking
sure,
bum.
don't always be available. Don't keep responding to her messages immediately.
See,
and
that's
don't
what I just
be
said.
there
I
for
just
her
said
every
that.
time she reaches out. If you went out with her today, wait a week before you suggest going out again. Talk to her today,
Facts.
don't talk to her tomorrow, and don't cling to her. Some people might say, if I don't talk to her often, she'll forget me.
Hell no.
This is a misconception. Erase it from your mind. I'll explain why and clarify something important about women. For a girl to develop feelings for you and start liking you, she needs time. Some of that time will be spent with you, but most of it should be time apart from you. For her to start liking
She
you,
gotta
she needs
soak
to
it
think
in.
about you.
She
She'll
gotta
wake up in the morning and
she
remember
gotta-
you,
she
go
gotta
to
think.
work and talk about you with her friends, walk down the street and see something that reminds her of you. Attraction builds when you're not around.
Then she's gonna
That's
text you
why
and be
I
like,
say, give her
"When we
some
hanging out
space
again?"
to think about you, and I'll
And then
give you
you're
a
in there.
golden
You're
piece of
in there.
advice, which I hope you'll follow.
It's
for
game
life.
over from there.
A girl will forget you if you're afraid she'll forget you. If you ever catch yourself thinking,
That's-
this girl might
that's hard.
forget me, or I should message her so she doesn't forget me, remember this advice. A girl will forget you if you're afraid she'll forget you. And I'm telling you this
Like I
from
say, you gotta
personal
be
experience,
nonchalant.
because you need to understand something important.
But
The
you gotta
modern
be
world we
chalantly
live in,
nonchalant.
Social media, dating apps, movies, and all that has placed a high value on women, making
If you wanna
men
get the huzz.
always available. If you're talking to an attractive girl, rest assured there are dozens of other guys clinging to her, afraid she'll forget them. And
Guys,
as
you
I
gotta
said
remember,
before, a girl
They got like 8 other guys in the DMs. 2 of them texted her this morning. 3 of them texted her an hour ago. So if you are texting her, you're just another one of those guys. You're not texting her. She's thinking, but she's like, why is he not texting me? And that's how you get them.
forget
That's how you
you
get
if
them.
you're afraid she'll forget you. This means she'll forget everyone except the person who isn't
That's
afraid
what I
of
said.
losing her. Finally, trust in this process. The last step I want you to follow to achieve uncertainty is to resist the inner urge to give her certainty. Look, when you're talking to a girl,
Everybody has that
especially if
urge,
she's
just
the only
resist
girl
it.
you're talking to,
You're
you'll
going
feel
to be
internal
good.
pressure to give her certainty. You'll find yourself
And if it
wanting
doesn't
to
work,
compliment
there's
her, to
another
suggest
girl. There's
meeting
another
again,
girl
to
out there.
ask her for something, to be available, or even to worry that she might forget you. These feelings will come up, but I want you to have a sense of adventure, to resist that urge, and to control yourself. Following this approach will also teach you self-control that will benefit you in all areas of life, not just with women. So please, trust me, and every time you feel that inner desire to do the opposite of what I advised, hold back and stick to what I've suggested. When you do all this,
Yo,
you'll
why
have
is
the
it-
key to the
why is he
first
talking
door. The
like that?
second door is
Like
the
he's
door
like
of
the final boss.
expectations. Always be the opposite of her expectations.
The huzz
Don't
final
worry,
boss.
I'll explain how to do this step by step. Just stay with with me. Never let a girl predict your actions or
Right.
understand you completely. This is
Right.
a very important rule. Listen carefully. I'll explain this in detail. When you give a girl uncertainty, you make her think about you. As she thinks about you, she'll start wondering about your next move and try
Facts.
to predict what you'll do. Whatever she expects, do the opposite. If she expects you to do zig, do zag. If she expects you to do zag, do zig. And this will make
If
her
she
think
tells you to
about
don't
even
ask how
more. Leaving you
high.
stuck in this
Don't do that
endless
shit.
loop. I know this may seem a bit complicated, and you might wonder how you'll know what she's thinking, but don't worry, it will all make sense soon. The human mind is simple. It expects you to repeat what you did before. Imagine you know someone who always lies. When he tells you a story, you'll expect him to lie. It's the same with the girl. If you call her every day to talk, she'll
She's
expect
gonna
you to call every day. If
expect
you
you to
talk to
talk
her one day and skip the
next
next,
day,
she'll expect you to keep that
She will
pattern.
know that
So,
she's gonna be able to talk to you the next day. You gotta keep her
do
on her
the
toes.
opposite of what you usually do. If you went out with her 3 times this week, next week don't go out with her at all, or just once. If you've been sending her
I said
messages
just go out-
every day,
I said go
stop
at least once.
messaging her for a while.
Go at
If
least
you
once.
always laugh with her, try sometimes to meet her without laughing at all. In other words, keep her guessing when she's with you, and make her feel puzzled and unable to figure you out. By the way, let me tell you a story to illustrate another important point. One day, I went out with a girl who told me about a guy
do y'all think this
she
guy
talks
looks like?
to on WhatsApp.
Y'all think
She
that's his
mentioned
body?
that he
Y'all think that's his
constantly
body right
messages her, and it's clear he likes her and wants her, but she isn't interested. She told me that whenever she takes time to reply, he mirrors her timing. If she replies after 3 hours, he also replies after 3 hours. If she takes a full day to respond, he waits a full day before replying too. When I heard
Bro, you
this,
can't copy
I
her
wished that
either. If you copy her, she's gonna know. She's gonna know that shit. They're gonna
was
know.
in front of me,
They're
so
be
I
like,
could
oh yeah, he's
shake some
copying my
sense
patterns.
into him and say, where did you get this naivete? He probably thinks that by mirroring her response times, he's maintaining his value or something. But no, first, he's handing all control over to her, which is a huge mistake. Second, women aren't naive. If you're playing these kinds of games with her, she'll see through it and realize you're not genuine. This might be hard to hear, but if you're playing these games with the girls, thinking you're doing something clever and that she won't notice, you're being naive yourself. Please,
Facts.
don't play these types of games. Sometimes respond right away, sometimes take your time, other times don't reply at all. Do what feels right for you and don't worry about her reaction.
ignore
Keep
it,
changing things
but
up,
some-
and this
some things
way
you can
you'll come
ignore,
across
some
as
things
less
don't ignore.
interested, while also making
some
it
things are just
impossible
like-
for her to predict your next move.
Just start a new
These are the
conversation,
keys
like,
to the
a
doors
couple
of
hours
any
later.
girl's mind.
See
And when
what-
this
why he
video
didn't
hits
respond to that?
1,000 likes,
So chat, what y'all thinking? Should I try this on my college crush? I could DM her here right now. I'd try DM her on stream. Should I do a stream like that? Oh shit, I don't know. Probably the last one of these I'm gonna watch for a while. Maybe I'll watch another one in like a month. But I'm tired of these coming up my feed, so I'm done. And make sure I follow Big E Streams all platforms, and I'm out.